Doris Day was one of the most beloved entertainers in American history. But the woman millions fell in love with on screen kept an entirely different world hidden behind closed doors. Her only grandson found out she had died through a Facebook post, just like any other fan scrolling through their feed. 14 years had passed since he'd last seen her. And when the world mourned America's sweetheart, Ryan Melcher mourned something else entirely. A relationship he never got the chance to rebuild. Born Doris Mary Ann Kappelhoff in 1922 in Cincinnati, Ohio, she was already defying the odds before anyone knew her name. At 12, she stood on her hands for over 3 hours to win a dance contest. At 14, a train struck the car she was riding in and shattered her leg so badly that amputation was considered. Bedridden for over a year, she turned to singing as an outlet, and discovered something that would change everything. Her voice was so extraordinary that her teacher reportedly called her the most talented student she had ever worked with. By 15, she was performing professionally for $5 a night at a Chinese restaurant. A bandleader named Barney Rapp eventually spotted her, and when he thought her last name was too long for a marquee, he suggested Doris Day, after hearing her sing Day After Day. She reportedly wasn't thrilled with it at first, but the name would eventually become one of the most recognizable in entertainment history. Her recording of Secret Love for the 1953 film Calamity Jane is one of Hollywood's more remarkable stories. She didn't want to record it, calling the lyrics too sentimental. After a late-night visit from the director, champagne and a piano player in tow, she reluctantly agreed. She came to the studio the next morning, emotionally exhausted from a fight with her husband, and recorded the entire song in a single take. The orchestra was reportedly moved to tears. The song reached number 1 for 19 weeks, and won the Academy Award for Best Original Song. But behind every public triumph was private turmoil. Her first marriage, at just 17, was marked by serious allegations of abuse and psychological terror. Her third husband, Martin Melcher, managed her finances for 17 years, and when he died in 1968, she allegedly discovered that her entire fortune had been misappropriated, leaving her hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. According to reports, she was also bound to a television series she had known nothing about, forced to honor a contract Melcher had signed without her knowledge. A later lawsuit resulted in a $22 million settlement, though her son reportedly said she received far less than that figure suggests. In her final decades, she retreated almost entirely from public life, living on a sprawling ranch in Carmel, California, surrounded by dozens of rescue animals. She reportedly kept as many as 30 dogs at a time, each with its own space. Her foundation eventually expanded World Spay Day to more than 70 countries. The woman who had sold out theaters and topped charts found her deepest purpose in quiet acts of compassion. When she passed in 2019 at 97, Ryan Melcher spoke publicly about the years of distance between them, describing how he was reportedly turned away by her business manager and never granted a final chance to reconnect. It's a complicated, unresolved story, much like the woman herself. Doris Day was far more than America's sweetheart. She was a survivor who never let the world see her bleed. If that story stayed with you, hit like and subscribe. There's plenty more to uncover.